Hi guys, welcome back. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Today what we're doing is we're doing another sewing project and we're going to be doing it in a little bit different way. So remember that we had said that there are different types of stitches and that you use those different stitches for different things that you might be working on. And so that's what we're doing today. We're going to try one of those different stitches. So the stitch I want you to practice this week is called the ladder stitch. And so it's kind of like what you might think of with a ladder. If you were going to climb a ladder, you would go right hand, left hand, left hand, right foot, you're doing that up the ladder. So it's kind of like what we're going to be doing today with our stitching. And I brought my project. Here he is. This is, by the way, it's a humongous. Look at this guy. He's huge, right? This thing is gigantic. This is my son's. He had it in his nursery. It was one of the first things I bought for him. And it was fun when he was growing up because he could sit on it and ride it. It was so big. But as he got older, he got a little more wild. And sorry, I'm going to try to get my camera right here for you guys. Sorry about that craziness there for a minute. I want to get it nice and close though for you too. So see, it's got this hole now in it. And so I want to fix that hole. And one of the best ways that we can fix that hole is to do a ladder stitch. And so I've already done a couple of things. First, I already threaded my needle and I've got a gray thread here. So it's going to blend in really well because you don't want to do like, I wouldn't want to do like red thread because it could somewhat show. And so this will help prevent that from happening. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit because I want to make sure I get this up close so you guys can see real well. And I'm going to move my elephant a little closer. There we go. A little closer. There we go. And I'm going to have to move my chair a little bit too here. And so we're going to go ahead and start to fix this. And so, like I said, I went ahead and I knotted it and I've got the thread already attached. What I want to do is I want to slip my needle down inside of my elephant. And the reason why I want to go on the inside is I did a big knot. So you see the big knot coming up? That's going to hide on the inside. So I want to poke that in and make sure that that hides on the inside of my project. So I'm making sure it's all hiding inside there. There we go. Okay. And you just go, so I've already gone in. So I'm just going to go in one more time here. The first one's kind of starts off weird because you're hiding the knot inside. So you might be like, I didn't sew anything right there. You just did like up and like down. So, but what happens is you do it from both sides. So, and I'll move my hand here so you guys can see a little bit better here in just a second. Once I get through the material, I got to get through it. And it's a little hard to do this off to the side, but bring my camera down a little bit more. Do you see the needle here? So it's going, I'm taking basically like a 1/2 inch stitch here and we're going to pull. Okay. And then I go over to this side. So you're alternating sides, like I said, like kind of like climbing up a ladder. You're alternating sides. And here's what's cool is like once you take a couple stitches, you will pull and it will pull it together. So again, let me do some more here and then we'll pull it all together. So this side, and right now you see how the stitches are going across. You might be like, oh, that doesn't look very good, Miss Kearns. But what we're going to do at the end here is we're going to pull it all together. So see, I added another one, right? And what you can do is start to pull that together. You see, ooh, it's almost like magic, right? How it pulls it together. And then you don't even really see the stitches. And you can wait till the end if it's not a very big one to do that. You don't have to pull it until the very end if you don't want to. I just wanted to kind of show you guys. I'm almost to the end here. And I'm going to pull real nice and snug, but don't break the thread. So be careful. It's kind of like a fine line. You don't want to break the thread. But do you see how it's fixed that? I think there's a little bit of the old thread sticking out there. But otherwise the hole is now completely sewn shut. And what you can do is a couple of different ways to end it, but probably the easiest way is just to take a little tiny stitch here. Just a little tiny stitch. And now, same thing. Remember how we've been going through the loop several times? I can go through my circle. Sorry, it's hard to see on camera. But there's a little loop. I'll move my other hand. There's a loop here. And then I can go through that loop, like I'm going in the center of the circle several times. And then look what happens is then, you see that pulling down there? Then I get a knot. And by the time I cut it off, oops, sorry camera. By the time I cut it off, like, you don't really see anything anymore. So we went from where it had a pretty big gaping hole, and it would be losing fluff, to where it now doesn't have that. And so what I want you to do, let me get my camera back so you guys don't have to just look at the elephant by itself. So what I want you to do is, if you have stuffed animals in your home that need repair, this is a great time to do that. Try it out. If you don't have stuffed animals in your house that have holes in it, wow, you're doing a lot better in our house, because I could probably go grab 5. But if you don't have stuffed animals that have holes, you could try this also with like a shirt or a sock or anything like that. If you were one of the people that went up to school and got a packet of materials because you didn't have like a hand sewing needle and things like that at home, you are welcome to cut one of the scrap pieces that I included in the kit. Just cut a hole out of maybe like the center of it, and to try sewing the same way as we just did now. So just stitch on each side. So one stitch, one stitch, one stitch. It's just like, it's like a zigzag basically is how the thread goes. And then you pull and it kind of just takes it and goes like this. Takes it and just pulls it together so you don't even see that previous hole. So that's pretty cool. So again, if you have stuffed animals and you want to try it out at home, you can do that. If you don't, you can try scraps, or if you want to try another item at home and try that different stitch on, that's wonderful too. So my plan for you guys is I'm giving this to you on Wednesday. And so I'd love for you to do this Wednesday. To watch the video on Wednesday and then maybe try it on Thursday. But if you want to do it all on Wednesday and get it out of the way and then you don't have to worry about anything for Thursday, that's fine. So if you're like, I watched the video and then I want to sew, that's fine. So if you want to do it Wednesday all together, or if you want to split it into 2 days, so like you watch the video on Wednesday and you're like, I'm not going to tackle it till Thursday, that's fine too. All right. I'm hearing back from you about your sewing, because Monday was a day I asked you guys about discussion board and about how sewing's going. And I'm so happy to hear how well some of you guys are doing. Some of you guys are just doing amazing things, not only for yourself, and you're enjoying it, and that's so happy to hear. But a lot of you are also, seeing the value of those sewing skills and getting out there and doing something for your community. So I think that's wonderful. And I'm so, so proud of those of you that are doing that. The people in our community, our medical people and our first responders and frontline essential workers, I'm sure just appreciate that so much more than they can even tell you. So, or even if you're just making them for your family so that way they can stay safe. I think that's amazing and awesome. And I'm so grateful that you guys are getting to see how useful and how beneficial sewing can be. All right. I miss you guys so, so much. Bye.